Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icons to miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Sony SRF-M40W. It's an AM/FM stereo portable headphone radio. I purchased this radio for a total of $20 off of eBay, and here it is. I hadn't had a Sony in a while, and I had an itch to get one. And this looked interesting. I know there's better models. I think the M37 is known for its really high sensitivity. I just saw this and it just looked cool. I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. I just think it's interesting looking. So I want to start collecting all the Walkman series like this. So here we are. So we'll see more of these for sure. Let's go over dimensions real quick. It's 3 1/4 inches wide, 3 3/4 inches tall, and about 1 inch in depth. Size comparison here, we'll show you the CC pocket with the current time of 10:13 p.m. Central Standard Time, because we're going to do an AM band scan for sure. All right, keep that. And over here we have the Iron Man. Yeah, he's the man with the master plan. Cool. Yeah, so you get an idea. Yeah, I didn't do the size of this thing. CC pocket. Yeah, they've come a long ways, definitely. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about features of the Sony. Yeah, so this little belt clip portable dude, I guess it's pretty neat. I don't really wear belt clip radios usually. I just walk around, carry them around. Doesn't have a wrist strap, darn it. But let's go see what we got for features. Okay, left-hand side, we have something else. We can get that on the camera there. It says band, FM stereo, FM mono, or AM selector switch. So we'll probably just put that on FM mono since we're going to be doing this on speaker. Here we have a switch that says enter, and I'll explain what that does in a little bit. FM sensitivity, DX local. You can see some wear and tear on this. Somebody used it and had fun with it. That's cool. I'm all right with that. There's no major gouges or cracks in it. That's what I look for typically. Here's the LCD screen. FM, AM, PLL synthesized, stereo receiver, 14 memory presets. Ooh, watch out! Hold the presses. I love seeing that, and I love picking up a radio that says it's got 500. Crazy. Here we have tuning up and down buttons. And then we have the 7 preset buttons, 7 for the FM, and of course, if you gathered, 7 for the AM band. FM, AM Walkman, sweet. It's just Sony quality, I love it. Right-hand side of the radio is blank. Bottom is curved, so you can't stand it up. It'd be on your belt, I know, you could probably hang it with something, that's cool. Top of the radio, we have the headphone jack. Headphone experience on this radio. Well, it does have low-level hiss, which is kind of annoying. So listening to it low level is a problem. But if you're walking around or doing activities, you're probably not going to notice that because you're going to have the volume up. But if you're doing any midnight, band scans in the dark and quiet, you're probably going to hate the hissing. So just letting you know. FM stereo sounds really good when you can get it. This radio has a difficulty with that. We'll talk about the FM stereo in a little bit. There's your analog volume control. Sweet. I love using the term analog volume control. Here's your on-off switch. Dedicated, which is cool. I like that. On the back side here, we have a belt clip that is removable. I didn't remove it because I tried and it was kind of a pain. I didn't want to break it off, so I left it because the model number is behind here. It runs on 2 AA batteries. Let's see if I can get this door open. Okay, it's not a hinge, it's kind of a loose variety, but yeah, 2 AA's. I thought that was pretty nice because I do have the other Sony SRF-59 that runs on 1 AA battery. And I don't know if I have that floating around here or not. I don't think I do. Let's see it. I'll bring it out and show you. We have that particular radio. It has 1 AA, and it won't last as long as probably this one will. So let's talk about FM reception on this radio. Okay, so FM sensitivity was okay to good, and FM selectivity was okay to good. It's on par with my analog radios, just average. I thought I'd get better, but it really wasn't spectacular. Headphones being your antenna wire, having to move them around, trying to get a reception was a pain, especially when you're on stereo. The only luck I had with FM stereo was when I had strong local stations. We're talking very, very local. And even then, sometimes if I moved a certain way, I could break that stereo. So that was kind of a little bit of a bummer. But otherwise, it was okay. So it was decent FM as far as that average experience. So I found over 48 stations to give you an idea. Let's see. So that's that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug it in. I brought out my wonderful GPX. This guy right here. If you remember this one, the GPX. I got the wire hanging here. Yeah, you can see it. The logo. Yeah, I'm using as an external speaker for the device, which works out pretty good. And we're going to plug it in. I got the wire kind of tied up around so we get some reception. We got a 3-foot patch cable here. Gotta plug it in. We'll go ahead and turn it on, and we'll do a band scan of the FM, and then we'll definitely check out the AM and see what it can do. During the day, the AM wasn't so fantastic, but let's give this a go. So there's your readout right there, FM, 87.5 megahertz. Turning on the GPX. So we got some static. So you know I'm on the radio. Okay, so we're gonna go and tune. So it doesn't have seek, unfortunately, I noticed.
A genealogy of different theories about...
It might. Nope, it's just whenever I let go, so. We'll do it manually. I'm gonna bring this down.
I wish I could hang out with Jesus. Wouldn't it be fun to walk beside Jesus, just watch him and talk with them? And hang out and say, put your arm around Jesus and say, isn't this good man? I wish I could do that.
Between a sort of imaginary scenario and real life. And at that point, I began to think that, well, this is really...
Awesome.
For your stuff today at 1532 Belvedere Road, Jackson and Lewis in Waukegan, or in Dundee at Route 72 and 68. When you need a quick, no-hassle, instant cash loan to get back to school, think Abo Pawn Shop.
That's a dough for you.
Yeah. Don't tell my wife, she hates when I quote that commercial. It's my favorite commercial. Eat some dough? Yeah.
Bosley is the real deal.
Love
They're
it.
giving men
Had to wait for it to end.
Alright,
Alright, I'm going to go to stations I know here.
Before we leave, the mob, hum to Allah, check in with me.
Got something to do, so give him some time.
To you Friday, whether
Gracias por
Definitely some heavy station bleed over. Usually 105.9 is a new station, but I couldn't get it because 105 was right there blocking it. Yep. Gives me an idea what this can do though. Let me Okay. Yeah. So tuning it, with your headphones on, you're turning it down because that the beeping's annoying. The go through them, you get static, get that bleed over. But here's the I got the presets going.
It's live from Sandals in Grenada.
Suitcase is too heavy, but the
There's a threat targeting America.
So pretty much that. I mean, I have Radio Todderbert, but I mean, it's really not gonna be good. I mean, it's through a speaker, so I don't think it really matters. But we can at least jam. So let's get some hyperspeed going here. Let's see. I'm gonna look for my banjo. Here we go. Yeah, we'll just do a short quick. No, it's not going to be like a great representation because you don't have the headphones on. We just have playing through a speaker. So we're going to go ahead and just turn this down. And then we're going to go to AM band. And we're going to go through there and do a little band scan. So let's go ahead, hit the AM band. So we go on the side here and go down. Now, what I didn't show you was this enter switch here. So the enter switch does, it lets you set a preset. So say here on 1210, you want to save the station. You push the enter in, hold it, and then press the station. And see it says preset 7. That's the way you set your presets. You have to hold that switch down and hold it while you hit the preset button. Yeah, kind of backwards, but if you just hit the preset button, it won't change it. So let's go ahead and we will tune to the bottom of the band. It's got a weird band. It starts at 530 and ends at 16, I think 70. It's weird. I don't know why it stops at 1670. If somebody knows, tell me. I'm sure somebody out there does. Okay, we're at the bottom of the band. I got my little cheat sheet here. We'll see if we can find any stations. I don't know if we're getting anything distant or not. Today, I was able to really get my locals pretty good. My semi-local distant stations, the ones that are 50 miles out. I was having a difficult time with them. It's definitely not an AMDX radio for sure. Definitely for your locals only, pretty much. So let's go see what I can find at evening time. There's WAUK, I can barely hear. Let me see, I got something plugged in, maybe. Yes, I do. Unplug those, see if it helps. Radio back more, so it's not going to affect this. Okay, so let's see what else we can find.
Skirmishes are the battles that history will report as how it's going to go down. I don't think we're looking at, history. Well,
590 is usually WKZO out of Michigan. We had something there. So the first 630 was CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles. This here is 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, which is 75 miles away. Alright, cool. So that is Nashville, WSM, 434 miles. So this does pick up stations at a fairly distant. That's pretty good. So over 300 miles, it's a bonus. Did not expect that.
For him and the Rockies a team that's now, even with the loss today, 58 and 51, not that far back from wild card contention. A team that did nothing.
Local, WSCR. The Score out of Chicago, 670. Barely make this out. This is TSN, Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles.
Hand over heart, the whole 9. And then everything changed
700
with
WLW,
9/11
300 miles.
field for the national anthem.
But I, you know, when obviously Nick D's show does out
Chicago,
of context, and
WGN,
it's weird when I make it in there because a lot of my stuff is.
When we're off together.
Yeah, so man, I always get the station so well on all my radios. It just doesn't matter. This is CFZM 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. I think it's a good night for it because I had my other radio out. It just sounded beautiful. So, yeah. So there we go. It's 750 WSB Atlanta, Georgia.
Eventually dying of thirst. Did you know the roach can live
630
for
miles.
months without food? And cockroaches have been found to be the top asthma-triggering allergens in your home. Want to remove the cockroach from your premises? Yeah. These ideas may help. Identify and seal all cracks, crevices, and holes. These are
Those people are pretty excited to get rid of cockroaches.
As many of these holes and cracks as possible. Remember that cockroaches are attracted to greasy surfaces and wetness. Make sure your kitchen surfaces are clean, non-greasy,
Nasty.
dry. While there are a variety of
Okay, we're switching that.
You don't have to lose a penny because there's a better, safer way to save for retirement.
WJR Detroit, 220 miles.
Free report. Store. This is home.
I guess this could come a little nighttime DXer, I guess. I don't know.
See clearly. 1 in 4 kids have an undiagnosed
780 WBBM, Chicago. There we go. I heard Windsor. So CKLW, Windsor, Ontario. It's 270 miles. Not too far, but it's there.
What the NRA should be rallying to, and what I said in my reader story was that
Normally this is Fort Worth, the WBAP. 810 miles.
just like the twins, Country Heart breads are a Minnesota tradition.
Well, that's good. This radio's filtering nice. You guys know from my previous videos at 8:30, I always have that weird sound on it, but this radio must be shielding from my camera. This is 8:30. This is WCCO Minneapolis. This is 310 miles.
Chevy Equinox. The 60 text race to ATOM1 for a chance to win.
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, I can't quite get KOA there as a solid, so we're going to go ahead and see.
Réalisé pour l'équipe de Vice Québec en 2016. Et pour nous, ça incarnait vraiment ce que certains ressentent quand ils pensent à Jaga, c'est-à-dire beaucoup d'enthousiasme ou encore.
Ontario again. See if we can get WWL. So WWL New Orleans. 865 miles. It's coming in pretty weak, but it's there.
So they're a little bit worried, but they think breaking out this dam at this point is extremely unlikely.
There was heavy rain in much of the east today, Virginia to New England.
WCBS. This is New York City. 750 miles.
For investment strategy. Join us in Oak Brook and Glenview
Wow.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
890
August
coming in
14th
clear.
and 15th, both 7 p.m. Just $15 a person, $25 a couple.
WLS in Chicago. It's very usually has issues again. So this thing must be shielded real well, or it's filtering very well. So that's, I'm gonna say filtering, not shielding. So definitely good. Maybe that's why some of the stations weren't coming in real strong, because they reduce the sensitivity for selectivity, I'm guessing. You guys probably have an idea on that. I think that's true with this. So 910. Barely here. It is WFDF Detroit, Michigan. right station.
Tigers lead the Athletics. Tigers and Athletics were
When you describe it the way you have, to think that it took this long to become mainstream, why would something so positive and uplifting? I just think sometimes it takes a while for something to be discovered.
CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
International Championship in California, where he won the
ESP 1000.
in 1 minute 9 seconds.
Chicago.
From the 1970s, when there was a hostage situation in the bank in Stockholm.
KDK, Pittsburgh.
6 days. But after the end of 6 days, some
450 miles.
Only at Kohl's do you earn Kohl's cash on everything, even our biggest national brands like Levi's,
This is coming in clear. This is
JanSport, Carter's, Nike's,
good call letters here.
and Under Armour. The more you shop, the more Kohl's cash you'll get, with no limit. Kohl's cash, only at Kohl's. Earn Kohl's cash August 3rd through 12th. Redeem August 13th through 19th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome to Office Depot. Can I help you?
So it's coming in pretty clear. I'm guessing this is WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts. Just getting a good signal, 880 miles. Usually what it is. 1040.
Kohl built his business on the back of the Mexican-American War.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
For identity, for validation. Oh, there goes Finian the world traveler, Finian the cultured one, Finian the intellectual. My quest became a burden to me.
Normally KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, but I think this might be something else now. I'm not sure.
Window Nation, and they're at it again, baby, at Window Nation. Their free window sale.
1100 is WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Buy a window, you get one free. I don't care how many you
in that ninth inning. But the bottom line, the Cubs win Game 2 of the series, and they even it up at 1 victory apiece. Pedro Strop does get the save, and the Cubs congratulate one another.
Cubs win. KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 265 miles. Sweet.
Be the president because he's kind of like Hitler in 1933.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
I take you into account.
We'll travel the world on our knees, praying for God's full word to reach His whole world. It is an exciting journey and one
Chicago,
that you'll
Illinois.
never forget. So pack your Bible and join us each day.
Freedom of the press.
I'm just going to kind of cruise up here to the dial. Get a basic idea.
After the season, and you end up still current policy. We do have
Phone to rank. Take a little look throughout me.
Like I normally do. And the most frequent acute sign of heart attack is shortness of breath. So remember this: weakness, shortness of breath.
Let's see, LAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Squeezing.
Out here with me in Columbus, interviewed him. A lot of people said, okay, this seems sketchy. What's really going on?
WCK, right?
The person who everyone is going to be looking at, everybody's going to be talking about.
Second page. Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. Cubs in pretty good.
First, Maggie in Alexandria, Virginia. Hello,
1540 KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
The thing is, it was reported about 2 years ago.
CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Thought we had it. Oh, cool. That's coming in nice and clear. A music station, KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000-watt tower, but they do broadcast the music. Nice. Always nice to find an AM band. Okay, so yeah, stops at 1670. Hottest thing in the world. You'd think it would go right to 1710. Yep, it's top of the band. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this off here. And we'll do final thoughts on the Sony SRF-M40W. Alright, it must be W for Walkman, I'm guessing. Okay, I got it for 20 bucks. Is it worth 20 bucks? I don't know. It's a digital radio, which is nice. It is a Sony branded thing. It takes 2 AA batteries. I probably find different radios that probably work better, but for 20 bucks, it's kind of cool. I like it for the collection. I think it's cool for that. For me, I mean, for a collector, I think it's kind of cool because they're not making this anymore. We need to see them make Walkmans again. I'm sure with the DSP technology out there, they could probably make a micro-sized one with a little LCD screen, even light it up, and run on a AAA battery and run for 50 hours or something. That's what I want, and have real solid FM reception as far as stereo goes. That would be really cool. Yeah, more presets than just 7 buttons like this would be nice. And then a seek with the tuning. I don't even know why this thing doesn't even seek. It's like, what the heck? But I can see it's pretty basic, and they pretty much wanted you to use these buttons to access your stuff. Like, they figure 7's enough, and probably true on the radio like this. Yeah, it's fun. I would say if you like this radio, pick it up because it's a collectible. Don't pick it up for like being an ultra receiver, like, oh, it's the best out there, it's the strongest AM or FM. No, it doesn't do anything that's great. It just does average, but it's cool because it is a digital radio, which is nice. You can see your frequency, what frequency you're on. You're not guessing. That's kind of handy, and it is pretty much for on-the-go travel because you got the bell clip there. So yeah, for 20 bucks and under, I'd say it's worth a buy in my book. If you see it out there on eBay, looks pretty decent, and you like the looks, and it's something you'd like to collect, pick one up. Otherwise, I think the M37, I gotta get one of those. They are good for a reason, I think, because the prices are crazy high on those. I don't know what is, what the deal is in the M. I know it's smaller than this one. I don't know if it takes 1 AA battery or 2, but this one takes 2. I like the idea. This radio probably will run close to 100 hours, I'm guessing, on 2 fresh batteries. So that's a good guess. So yeah, definitely a cool radio for the money. Yeah, under 20 bucks, you're rocking. All right, guys. I like to ramble, of course. So there we are. Final thoughts are over. One, if you enjoyed the presentation of the Sony SRF-M40W, give me a big thumbs up, big like. I appreciate it. That's awesome. You guys are great. 2, you're like Sony, and you're like me, Sony fanboy. I'm a Sony fanboy. Give me some Sonys, brother. I want some Sonys now. Yeah, just hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. I got another Sony radio coming up, a little different, that I actually snagged off eBay that I think I got a pretty good deal on and I'm pretty happy with. So that'll be up. That'll probably be within a week. You'll get to see that new Sony. So yeah, more Sonys in the stable here. I'm pretty excited. The warehouse. I was gonna say warehouse. Don't want to say it too loud. My wife's around the corner. Yeah, that can be a touchy subject. And number 3, comment below what you think about the Sony SRF-M40W. M40W. Would you buy this radio for a collector? For something different? Something unique? Something about this radio you like a lot? Something you do not like a lot? Let me know. All right, guys. As usual, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Take care, and goodbye.